Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a delightful little girl named Liyanah. She had a curious mind and a heart full of adventures. Her best friend in the whole wide world was a tiny mouse called Max. Max, with his twinkling eyes and a mischievous twitch of his nose, was no ordinary mouse. He could talk. One evening, as the moon hung high in the starry sky, casting a silvery glow over the village, Liyanah and Max sat on the windowsill of her cozy bedroom. The aroma of freshly baked pastries from the neighbor's bakery wafted through the night air. "Oh, Max," Liyanah sighed dreamily, "wouldn't it be wonderful to have a midnight feast?" Max's eyes sparkled with excitement. "I say we do it. It'll be an adventure," he squeaked. Liyanah nodded. Her mother had tucked her in bed hours ago, but the thought of a magical midnight feast was too tempting to resist. She quietly tiptoed to the door, with Max scuttling alongside her. They crept downstairs, careful not to wake the squeaky floorboards. Liyanah opened the pantry door, revealing a treasure trove of delights, cookies, fruits, and colorful jelly beans. Max quickly spotted a block of cheese, and his eyes gleamed. "Cheese! My favorite!" he exclaimed, hopping onto the shelf and nibbling at a corner delicately. Liyanah gathered a few apples and cookies, and they both sneaked out into the garden. The garden was a magical place under the moonlight, with fireflies dancing around like tiny lanterns. They spread out a blanket and piled the treasures on top. Liyanah took a crunchy bite of her apple while Max munched happily on his cheese. "This is the best feast ever," Liyanah giggled, as Max's tail curled with joy. Suddenly, they heard a rustling in the bushes. Out came an unexpected guest, a friendly hedgehog named Harry. Harry often wandered around the garden at night. He blinked at them curiously. "Would you like to join our feast, Harry?" Liyanah offered kindly. Harry sniffed the air and waddled over with a happy nod. Liyanah offered him some fruit, and he munched contentedly. As the night passed, they shared stories and laughter. Max told tales of his adventures in the attic, and Harry shared secrets of the garden under the stars. When dawn began to peek over the horizon, Liyanah let out a sleepy yawn. It was time to gather up their picnic. They tiptoed back to bed. "Thank you for the best night ever, Max," Liyanah whispered as she hugged her mouse friend. "Oh, it's not over, Liyanah. We'll have many more adventures." Max chuckled, his nose twitching with anticipation. And so, with the promise of more midnight feasts and adventures, Liyanah and Max made their way back to their beds, and soon the house was filled with dreams of the most magical friendship between a little girl and her mouse. And they lived happily ever after.